Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
When will be starting, Prabhu? Only 4 devotees.
One,
I
two,
also came too many days late. Exams are going on, Prabhu.
one,
One
three.
exam is left after 3 days. What, Prabhu?
Hare Krishna, Manu Prabhu, please accept my humble obeisance. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
When will be starting, Prabhu? Accept my humble obeisances. All glory to Srila Prabhupada.
How do I see you profile? Very nice to see all of you again, bro. Sorry I missed the Sunday program, bro. I saw some profile who was hosting. How was it, bro?
No problem, Prabhu.
Prabhu, I want to ask one thing.
The mic is too far, Prabhu.
Like we use Mridanga. Prabhu, can I ask?
Yes, Prabhu.
Like Prabhu, we use kartals, mridangas, even guitar. Like God Shakti Prabhu, he uses it to glorify the Lord. So can we use flute also?
Is
Hare
this a
Krishna.
question, bro?
Yes, Prabhu. The question is, if we use guitar and do Harinam Sankirtan, can we do that using the flute also?
How are you going to chant Hare Krishna?
What, Prabhu? You didn't understand.
How are you going to chant Hare Krishna if you're blowing in the flute?
Yes, Prabhu. But I am asking that like for a period like 1 minute on flute, I'll be playing, and next 5 minutes Hare Krishna Sankirtan. Like I saw someone I think from
On
ISKCON
the flute,
Mayapur.
though. I
It's not
mean,
that effective now, Prabhu.
okay. I'm not telling you anything. I'm just saying, like, it's going to be hard to do Harinam if you're just doing a flute.
Yes, Prabhu. I don't think Harinam is done with flute.
Okay.
Maybe you can
That's
do
like
some,
a support.
there is some like Julan Yatra or something, there is some bhajan singing in the temple, maybe then there might be flute, but not in the Sankirtan. I've never seen it.
Sankirtan means mainly kartals, mridangs, these two na.
Yes, Prabhu.
And God Shakti Prabhu is so talented. He uses guitar also.
Oh, yes, Prabhu.
It's not even Peru. I gotta tell you, it's not even Mridanga Cartel Peru. It's like you're chanting Hare Krishna. You sing that. That's literally the main thing.
Yes, Prabhu.
What, Prabhu? What, Prabhu? I didn't. Your voice isn't that clear, Prabhu. Manu Prabhu.
Yes, Manu Prabhu, you're too
Hold on.
far from the mic.
It's difficult
That
to hear.
hurts my head. Can you hear me now?
Right. Now, bro, the bass has increased, I think.
So what I'm saying is that the main thing is just it's not even the instruments even. It's literally you singing the names of God. I've
That is
seen
the
myself.
main thing.
It is the main thing. It's not even the instruments.
Even if I don't have any
If you're
instrument,
sincere, yeah, if you're sincere and you're just clapping your hands, that's it, bro.
yes, bro. Bro, what I do know, whenever I'll be going to heading off to classes, I'll be plugging in the earphones, the Hare Krishna Kirtan by Prabhupada, and I sing along. And in a way that not very dim, I sing in a way that people will hear little, not that loud also.
Okay.
But yeah, if they will hear, then it will be benefited. They will be benefited.
Okay. There you go.
Is it okay,
So,
Prabhu? Should I continue this?
what? Chanting Hare Krishna while you're hearing Prabhupada?
Yes, bro. While I'm commuting to college and coming back from college, people are there, no, bro.
That
So
that
many people
shouldn't.
are going.
No, bro. This shouldn't be a question. This question that's coming up, it means that you're insecure. It shouldn't be a
No, Prabhu,
question.
no. It's not question, bro. I'm just saying I'm doing this, bro. I'm not insecure. I feel confident doing this because
No,
I know.
no, no. I'm not saying like you have no faith, but like the question, should I do this? It that shouldn't even come up. I'm
Oh,
not
yes,
saying
Prabhu. It
like
is insecurity.
yeah,
Yes,
no,
I'm
I'm not
understanding,
saying like
getting it, bro.
you're low level or anything, bro. Like uh, when you hear more and more from Prabhupada, you won't even care what's happening around you. You would just do it
What people are thinking, I will won't think anything. I'll be just going on my way.
because other than that, Prabhu, I see that you're asking questions out of sincerity, and I know you're sincere. I'm just telling you, like
Yes, Prabhu.
when
I'm getting it,
you're
Prabhu.
doing
Yeah,
your
I'm getting the point you're trying to
yeah,
make.
okay,
I'll be
okay,
hearing more and
hey,
more
bro.
lectures and strengthening my foundation.
I'm doing the same thing too, bro. I'm not saying I'm
No,
not
Prabhu,
doing
you are way advanced. I'm getting inspiration from you. Prabhu, you are in
it.
Pondicherry.
I'm not. No, no.
No, Singapore.
I'm in
I
France.
think
I mean, sorry,
I've seen you.
in Canada. In Canada.
Canada. I have seen you with Advait
Yeah.
Prabhu and more Prabhus of Singapore, I think.
In Singapore, yes, you may have seen me 2 years ago in some Singaporean video, but I
Yeah.
have not gone to India yet. Not yet.
Prabhu, one thing I want to share. I have got three devotees out here in college. So we go to mess together. Yesterday we did Mangala Aarti also together. Was because one devotee has a nice altar setup of photos of Radha Krishna, Radha Madan Mohan, Srila Prabhupada, Jagannath, Balabhadra Subhadra, and Gaur Nitai. These all. And it felt like so nice, Prabhu. I was praying to the Lord, please give me offline association also. And I make them join the group also. I'll be one devotee, I'll be sending the link to join the group. This thing
Haribo,
happened, bro.
nice, Prabhu. You're becoming a preacher, proper preacher.
Bro, I like Sankirtan and book distribution too much. I distributed one book, I felt so nice. He gave
Yes,
me
Prabhu.
rupees 10 extra.
Haribo, this is really nice quality, Prabhu. So who will chant today?
May I, Prabhu? May I start the Mangalacharan?
Yes, Prabhu.
No, no more devotees, only four devotees.
When you start, they will join because they hear you're chanting and they will, Paramatma will
No,
inspire them.
no, Prabhu. ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम् I think I remember the next one. I don't know. Vandeham, yes, yes. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupa Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakha Vitamscha हे कृष्ण करुणा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितनां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः नमो ओम विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
Haribo.
हरि बोल.
Then the prayers, Prabhu. This.
Yes, Prabhu. नारा नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयम् उदीरयेत् श्रीनिवतां स्वकथः कृष्ण पुण्यश्रवणकीर्तनः हृदय अन्तःस्थो ह्य अभद्राणि विभु विधुनति विधुनति सुहृत्सताम् नाष्ट नाष्टप्र नाष्टप्रयेष्व अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवतसेवया भगवत्य उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठिकी. Before reciting the Srimad Bhagavatam, which is the very means of conquest, one should offer respectful obeisances unto the personality of Godhead Narayan, unto Nar Narayan, Rishi, the supermost human being, unto Mother Saraswati, the goddess of learning, and unto Srila Vyasadeva, the author. Shri Krishna, the personality of Godhead, who is the Paramatma, super soul in everyone's heart, and the benefactor of the truthful devotee, cleanses desire for material enjoyment from the heart of the devotee who has developed the urge to hear his messages, which are in themselves virtuous when properly heard and chanted. By regular attendance in classes on the Bhagavatam and by rendering of service to the pure devotee, all that is troublesome to the heart is almost completely destroyed, and loving service unto the personality of Godhead, which is who is praised with transcendental songs, is established as an irrevocable fact. So irrevocable fact means unbreakable, no? Means it will be unbreakable, the loving service of Lord after reading
Yes,
Bhagavatam.
yes, Prabhu. It cannot be revoked.
It can be reversed, means.
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes.
Okay, now last chapter. Who wants to start?
Prabhu, who will read? Should I continue or you will?
Yes, Prabhu, you can read.
Okay, thank you, Prabhu. Suta uvacha महीपतिस्त्व अथ तत्कर्म गर्ह्यम् गर्ह्यम् विचिन्तयन् आत्मा कृतं सुदुर्मनः अहो मया नीचम् अनार्यवत् कृतं निरागसी ब्रह्मणि गूढ़तेजसी. Sorry, Prabhu, I can't tune this. Prabhu, if you know, can you? I want.
Oh, this is 11.
It's very harder. So many words in one line, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Sutavacha
6 words.
mahipatistva tat karmagrahyam vichintayanatmakritam sudurmana aho mayani chammanaryavat kritam niragasi brahmani gudate jasi. I think like that. Okay, word to word. Please read, Prabhu.
Yes, bro. Uh, Suta Goswami said, Mahipati, the king, too, but Atha thus, while coming back home, that karma act, garyam, abominable, vichintayan, thus thinking, atma kritam, done by himself, sudur manah, very much depressed, aho, alas, maya by me, nicham, heinous, anarya, uncivilized, but like kritam, done, niragasi unto one who is faultless, brahmani unto a brahmana, gudha, grave, tejasi unto the powerful. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Sri Suta Goswami said while returning home, the king Maharaj Parikshit felt that the act he had committed against the faultless and powerful Brahmana was heinous and uncivilized. Consequently, he was distressed. Purport: the pious king regretted his accidental improper treatment of the powerful Brahmana who was faultless. Such repentance is natural for a good man like the king, and such repentance delivers a devotee from all kinds of sins accidentally committed. The devotees are naturally faultless. Accidental sins committed by a devotee are sincerely regretted, and by the grace of the Lord, all sins unwillingly committed by a devotee are burnt in the fire of repentance. Okay, is it?
See,
So
this purport is
if
often quoted.
means Prabhu, if we unwillingly do some sin, like let's suppose we walk, we kill an ant. So we don't know that thing. If we will be regretful, it will be cleared.
Yes, Prabhu, and even if you know that you commit something, some sin accidentally, you do something and you know it, it's just not that you don't know, because you might not know that you step on the ant. But even if you know that you commit some mistake accidentally and then you
Yes, Prabhu.
repent the sin, then
So
it's
what happens here? No, in my college, there are so many snails. I sometimes accidentally step over them, but many times I save them, like to go to the road by taking them on a leaf and delivering sideways. I do this.
Yes, Prabhu, that's good.
Hare Krishna, bro. Dandavat pranam to all of you. Jai
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Shubham
Krishna, Prabhu.
Kartal.
Dandavat pranam, Jai Srila Prabhupada. Okay, text 2. Dhruvam tato me kritra. Dhruvam tato me krit. Dhruvam tato me krita deva hilanad. Durat Duratyayam vyasanam nati durghat. Tadastu kamam hya agha nishkrityaya me yatha na kuryam punar evam adha. Dhruvam, sure and certain. Tata, therefore, may my krita deva helenat, because of disobeying the orders of the Lord. Duratyayam, very difficult. Vyasanam, calamity. Na, not. Ati, greatly. Dirghat, far off. Tat, that. Astu, let it be. Kamam, desire without reservations. He, certainly. Agha, since. Nishkritya, for getting free. May my, yatha, so that. Na, never. Kuryam, shall I do it? Puna, again. Evam, as I have done. Adha, directly. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai.
King Parikshit thought, due to my neglecting the injunctions of the Supreme Lord, I must certainly expect some difficulty to overcome me in the near future. I now desire without reservation that the calamity come now, for in this way I may be freed of the sinful action and not commit and such an offense again. Purport: the Supreme Lord enjoins that Brahmins and cows must be given all protection. The Lord is himself very much inclined to do good to. Prabhu, can you scroll down? Good to Brahmins and cows. Go Brahmanya Hitaya cha. Maharaj Parikshit knew all this, and thus he concluded that his insulting a powerful Brahmin was certainly to be punished by the laws of the Lord, and he was expecting something very difficult in the very near future. He therefore desired the imminent calamity to fall on him and not on his family members. A man's personal misconduct affects all family members. Therefore, Maharaj Parikshit desired the calamity to fall on him alone. By suffering personally, he would be restrained from future sins, and at the same time, the sins sin which he had committed would be counteracted so that his descendants would not suffer. That is the way of a responsible devotee thinks. The family members of a devotee also share the effects of a devotee's service unto the Lord. Maharaj Maharaj Prahlad saved his demon father from his personal devotional service. A devotee son in the family is the greatest boon or blessing of the Lord. अद्यैव राज्यं बलं ऋद्धकोशं प्रकोपिता ब्रह्मकुलानलो मे दहत्व अभद्रस्य पुनर्न मे भूत् पापीयसी धीर द्विज देव गोभ्यः. Adya, this day, Eva, on the very Rajyam kingdom, Balam Riddha, strength and riches, Kosham, treasury, Prakopita, ignited by Brahmakula, by the Brahmin community, Analaha, by fire, May Dahatu, let it burn me, Abhadrasya, inauspiciousness, Punaha, again, no, not, may, unto me, Abhu, Abhut may, Abhut may occur, Papiyasi, sinful, he, intelligence, Dvija, Brahmanas, Deva, the Supreme Lord, Gobhya, and the cows. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. I am uncivilized and sinful due to my neglect of Brahminical culture, God consciousness, and cow protection. Therefore, I wish that my kingdom's strength and riches burn up immediately by the fire of the Brahmana's wrath. so that in the future I may not be guided by such inauspicious attitudes. Purport. Progressive human civilization is based on Brahminical culture, God consciousness, and protection of cows. All economic development of the state by trade, commerce, agriculture, industries must be fully utilized in relation to the above principles. Otherwise, all so-called economic development becomes a source of degradation. Cow protection means feeding the Brahminical culture, which leads towards God consciousness, and thus perfection of human civilization is achieved. The age of Kali aims at killing all the higher principles of life, and although Maharaj Parikshit strongly resisted the domination of the personality of Kali within the world, the influence of the age of Kali came at an opportune moment, and even a strong king like Maharaj Parikshit was induced to disregard the Brahminical culture due to a slight provocation of hunger and thirst. Maharaj Parikshit uh, lamented the accidental incidents, and he desired that all his kingdom's strength and accumulation of wealth would be burnt up for not being engaged in Brahminical culture, etc. Providentially, also, where wealth and strength are not engaged in the advancement of Brahminical culture, God consciousness, and cow protection, the state and home are surely doomed. If we want peace and prosperity in the world, we should take lessons from this verse. Every state and every home must endeavor to advance the cause of Brahminical culture for self purification, God consciousness for self realization, and cow protection for getting sufficient milk and the best food to continue a perfect civilization. Prabhu, can someone read?
Hare Krishna. Yes, Prabhu. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna, Sridhar Krishna Prabhu Dandarpanam Jai Shila Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Salad Prabhu, Srila Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna Sridhar Prabhu Dhanavad Pranam Jai Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna, Sridhar Prabhu, Dandat Pranam, Jai Shila Prabhupada.
I don't think that's his initiated name. Is that your initiated name?
Yes, Prabhu.
Really? Siddharth Krishna? Okay.
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay.
He's
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I misremembered his name. I thought it was something else. Yeah. Sorry.
Prabhu, the above words were so nice, that God consciousness and protection of cows. It's very much needed actually today.
Yes, Prabhu. Okay, who wants to read?
Yes, Prabhu, I can read one word.
Ribol, yes, Prabhu.
सचिन्तयनित्तमर्थार्णोदयथा मुने सुतोक्तो निरतिस्तक्षकाख्यः साधुमेनेन तेन तक्षका नलं प्रसक्तस्य विरक्तकारणं स he the king in the end thinking come like this at now asarnod herda yatha as muni at the sage so the uttered by the sun niriti with takshakakhya in relation with the snake bird sa he the king sadhu well and good meaning accepted not. He ran a very long time. Takshaka, snake bird, unlum fire. Prasaktasya for one who is too attached. Virakti, indifference. Karanam, cause. His prose cold while translation. While the king was repenting, he received news of his imminent death, which would be due to bite of a snake bird, occasioned by the curse spoken by the sage's son. The king accepted this as good news, for it would be the cause of his indifference toward worldly things. purpose by Prabhupada. Real happiness is arrived by spiritual existence or by cessation of the repetition of birth and death. The repetition of birth and death can be stopped only by going back to Godhead. In the material world, even by attaining the topmost planet Brahmaloka, one cannot get rid of the condition of repeated birth and death. But we don't accept the path of attaining perfection. The path of perfection frees one from all material attachment, and thus one becomes fit to enter into the spiritual kingdom. Therefore, those who are materially poverty stricken are better candidates than those who are materially prosperous. Maharaj Parikshit was a great devotee of the Lord and a bona fide candidate for entry into the kingdom of God, but even though he was so, his material assets as the kingdom, as the emperor of the world, were setbacks to perfect attainment of his rightful status as one of the associates of the Lord in the spiritual sky. As a devotee of the Lord, he could understand that the cursing of Brahma boy, although a noise was pleasing upon him, being the cause of detachment from worldly affairs, both political and social. Samik Muni also, after regretting the incidents, conveyed the news to the king as a matter of duty so that the king would be able to prepare himself to go back to Godhead. Samik Muni sent news to the king that Pulisangi, his son, although a powerful Brahman boy, unfortunately had misused his spiritual power by cursing the king unwarrantedly. The incidents of the king's garlanding the Muni was not sufficient cause for being cursed to death, but since there was no way to retract the curse, the king was informed in to prepare for death within a week. Both Samik Muni and the king were set free light souls. Samik Muni was a mystic and Maharaj Parikshit was a devotee. Therefore, there was no difference between them in self-realization. Neither of them was afraid of meeting death. Maharaj Parikshit could have gone to Muni to beg his pardon, but the news of imminent death was conveyed to the king with so much regret by the Muni that the king did not want to shame the Muni further by his presence there. He decided to prepare himself for his imminent death and find out the way to go back to Godhead. The life of human being is a chance to prepare himself to go back to Godhead or to get rid of material existence, the repetition of birth and death. Thus, in the system of Varnashram Dharma, every man and woman is trained up for this purpose. In other words, the system of Varnashram Dharma is known also as Sanatana Dharma, eternal occupation. The system of Varnashram Dharma prepares man for going back to Godhead, and thus a householder is ordered to go to the forest as one prastha to acquire complete knowledge and then to take sannyas prior to his inevitable death. Parikshit Maharaj was fortunate to get a 7 day notice to meet his inevitable notice. Although death is inevitable, For all policemen forget this sure fact of death and neglect the duty of preparing themselves for going back to Godhead. They spoil their lives in animal propensities to eat, drink, be merry, and enjoy. Such an irresponsible life is adopted by the people in age of Kali because of a sinful desire to condemn Brahminical culture, God consciousness, and cow production for which the state is responsible. The state must employ revenue to advance these three items and thus educate the populace to prepare for death. The state which does so is regal welfare state. The state of India should better follow the examples of Maharaj Pariksit, the ideal executive head, than to imitate other materialistic states which have no idea of the kingdom of Godhead. The ultimate goal of human life, deterioration of the ideal of Indian civilization, has brought about the deterioration of civic life, not only in India but also abroad. Thank you, Prabhu.
Tribal, thank you so much, Shubham Prabhu. What was this Pranjal Prabhu saying? Oh, his mother is forcing him to worship Ganesh, I think. That's crazy. The snake bird is coming. Text number 5. Ato vihayemam amum chalokam vimarshitau heyataya purastat Krishnangrisevam madimanyamana upavishad prayam amartyanadyam. Atodas vihaya, giving up imam this amum and the next cha also lokam planets vimarshitau, all of them being judged. Heyataya, because of inferiority. Purashtad, herein before. Krishna Angri, lotus feet of the Lord. Sri Krishna Sevam, transcendental loving service. Adimanyamanaha, one who thinks of the greatest of all achievements. Upavishat, sat down firmly. Prayam, for fasting. Amartyanatyam, on the bank of the transcendental river, the Ganga or the Yamuna. Translation. Maharaj Pariksit sat down firmly on the banks of the Ganga to concentrate his mind in Krishna consciousness, rejecting all other practices of self-realization. Because transcendental loving service of Krishna is the greatest achievement, superseding all other methods. So he didn't go to cancer hospital or something to try to pay the, or he didn't find what is this? Snake bird slayer to defend him for the snake bird attack or something like this. Purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. For a devotee like Maharaj Parikshit, none of the material planets, even the topmost Brahmaloka, is as desirable as Goloka Vrindavan, the abode of Lord Sri Krishna, the primeval Lord and original personality of Godhead. This earth is one of the innumerable material planets within the universe. And there are innumerable universes also within the compass of the Mahatattva. The devotees are told by the Lord and his representatives, the spiritual masters or acharyas, that not one of the planets within all the innumerable universes is suitable for the residential purposes of a devotee. The devotee always desires to go back home, back to Godhead, just to become one of the associates of the Lord in the capacity of servitor, friend, parent, or conjugal lover of the Lord, either in one of the innumerable Vaikuntha planets or in the Goloka Vrindavan, the planet of Lord Sri Krishna. All these planets are eternally situated in the spiritual sky, the Paravyoma, which is on the other side of the causal ocean within the Mahatattva. Maharaj Parikshit was already aware of all this information due to his accumulated piety and birth in a high family of devotees, the Vaishnavas, and thus he was not at all interested in the material planets. Modern scientists are very eager to reach the moon by material arrangements, but they cannot conceive of the highest planets of this universe. But a devotee like Maharaj Parikshit does not care a fig for the moon, or for that matter, any of the material planets. So when he was assured of his death on a fixed date, he became more determined in the transcendental loving service of the Lord Krishna. By complete fasting on the bank of the transcendental river Yamuna, which flows down by the capital of Hastinapura in the Delhi state. Both the Ganga and the Yamuna are Amartya, transcendental rivers, and Yamuna is still more sanctified for the following reasons. Text number 6. Oh, this is harder one. Ya Vailasastri Tulasi Vimishra Krishnan Griren Vabhyadikam Bunetri Punati Lokanubhayatra Seshan Kastam Naseveta Marishyamana. Ya, the river which by always. Vasat, floating with Shri Tulasi, Tulasi leaves. Vimishra, mixed Krishna Angri, lotus feet of the Lord Shri Krishna. Renu, dust. Abhyadika, auspicious. Ambu, water. Netri, that which is carrying. Punati, sanctifies. Lokan, planets. Ubhayatra, both the upper and lower or inside and outside. Sa Ishan, along with Lord Shiva. Kaha, who else? Tam, that river. Na, does not. Seveta, worship. Marisyamanaha, one who is to die at any moment. Translation. The river Ganga, by which the king sat to fast, carries the most auspicious water, which is mixed with the dust of the lotus feet of the Lord and tulasi leaves. Therefore, that water sanctifies the three worlds inside and outside, and even sanctifies Lord Shiva and other demigods. Consequently, everyone who is destined to die must take shelter of this river. Haribol. Purport. Maharaj Parikshit, just after receiving the news of his death within 7 days, at once retired from family life and shifted himself to the sacred bank of the Yamuna river. Generally, it is said that the king took shelter on the bank of the Ganga, but according to Srila Jiva Goswami, the king took shelter on the bank of the Yamuna. Srila Jiva Goswami's statement appears to be more accurate because of the geographical situation. Maharaj Parikshit resided in his capital, Hastinapura, situated near present Delhi, and the river Yamuna flows down past the city. Naturally, the king would take shelter of the river Yamuna, because she was flowing past his palace door. And as far as sanctity is concerned, the river Yamuna is more directly connected with Lord Krishna than the Ganga.
The Lord sanctified the river Yamuna from the beginning of his transcendental pastimes in the world, while his father Vasudeva was crossing the Yamuna with the baby Lord Krishna for a safe place at Gokula on the other bank of the river from Mathura. The Lord fell down in the river, and by the dust of his lotus feet the river at once became sanctified. It is especially mentioned herein that Maharaj Parikshit took shelter of that particular river, which is beautifully flowing, carrying the dust of the lotus feet of Lord Krishna mixed with tulasi leaves. Lord Krishna's lotus feet are always besmeared with the tulasi leaves, and thus as soon as his lotus feet are contacted with the water of the Ganga and the Yamuna, the rivers become at once sanctified. The Lord, however, contacted the river Yamuna more than the Ganga. According to the Varaha Purana, as quoted by Srila Jiva Goswami, there is no difference between the water of the Ganga and the Yamuna, but when the water of the Ganga is sanctified 100 times, it is called the Yamuna. Oh. Similarly, it is said that the scriptures that 1,000 names of Vishnu are equal to one name of Rama, and 3 names of Lord Rama are equal to one name of Krishna. Text number 7. Iti vyavachidya sa pandaveya prayopavesham prati vishnupatyam tadau mukunda krimananya bhavo munivrato mukta samasta sangha. Iti das vyavachidya, having decided, Saha the king, Pandaveyaha, worthy descendant of the Pandavas, Praya Upavesham, for fasting until death, Prati, towards, Vishnupadyam, on the bank of the Ganga, emanating from the lotus feet of Lord Vishnu. Tadau gave himself up, Mukunda, Angrim, unto the lotus feet of Lord Krishna, Ananya, without deviation. Bhavaha, spirit, Munivrata, with the vows of sage, Mukta, liberated from Samasta, all kinds of Sangha, association. Translation. Thus the king, the worthy descendant of the Pandavas, decided once and for all and sat on the Ganga's bank to fast until death and give himself up to the lotus feet of Lord Krishna, who alone is able to award liberation. So freeing himself from all kinds of association and attachment, he accepted the vows of a sage. Purport. The water of the Ganga sanctifies all the 3 worlds, including the gods and the demigods, because it... Who are the gods? If there is demigods, then who are the gods? What is this? That's funny. Because it emanates from the lotus feet of the personality of Godhead Vishnu. Lord Krishna is the fountainhead of the principle of Vishnu Tattva, and therefore shelter of his lotus feet can deliver one from all sins, including an offense which was committed by the king unto a Brahmana. Maharaj Parikshit therefore decided to meditate upon the lotus feet of Lord Sri Krishna, who is Mukunda, or the giver of liberations of all description. The banks of the Ganga or the Yamuna give one a chance to remember the Lord continuously. Maharaj Parikshit freed himself from all sorts of material association and meditated upon the lotus feet of Lord Krishna, and that is the way of liberation. To be free from all material association means to cease completely from committing any further sins. To meditate upon the lotus feet of the Lord means to become free from the effects of all previous sins. The conditions of the material world are so made that one has to commit sins willingly or unwillingly, and the best example is Maharaj Parikshit himself, who was a recognized sinless, pious king, but he also became a victim of an offense, even though he was ever unwilling to commit such a mistake. So this is So this is the answer to the Praveen Prabhu's question, I think. Yeah, the question then.
And he was cursed also. But because he was a great devotee of the Lord, even such reverses of life became favorable. The principle is that one should not willingly commit any sin in his life and should constantly remember the lotus feet of the Lord without deviation. In such a mood, only the Lord will help the devotee to make regular progress towards the path of liberation and thus attain the lotus feet of the Lord. Even if there are accidental sins committed by the devotee, the Lord saves the surrendered soul from all sins, as it is confirmed in all scriptures. स्वपादमूलं भजतः प्रियस्य त्यक्तान्या भावस्य हरिः परेश विकर्मयच्छोत्पतितं कथञ्चित् दूनोति सर्वं हृत्सन्निविष्ट Bhagavatam 11:542. Haribol, who wants to read the next text? What is this verse? Who wants to read next verse?
Prabhu, I may read one
Yes, please.
before having dinner. One or two. तत्रोपजाग्मुर्भुवनं पुनना महानुभावमुन्यः शिष्यः प्रायेण तीर्थाभिगमापदेशैः सुहाग स्वयं हि तीर्थानि पुनन्ति सन्तः तत्र there just a minute, yeah. Upajagmu arrived, Bhuvanam, the universe, Punana, those who can sanctify, Maha Anubhava, great minds, Munya, thinkers, Sir Shishya, along with their disciples, Prayena, almost Tirtha, place of pilgrimage, Abhigam, journey, Apadeshay, on the plea of Swayam, personally, he certainly, Tirthani, all the places of pilgrimage, Punanti, sanctify, Santa, sages. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, Yasi Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. At that time, all the great minds and thinkers, accompanied by the disciples and sages who could verily sanctify a place of pilgrimage, just their presence arrived there on the plea of making a pilgrim's journey. When Maharaj Parikshit sat down on the bank of the Ganges, the news spread on in all directions of the universe, and the great-minded sages who could follow the importance of the occasion all arrived there on the plea of pilgrimage. Actually, they came to meet Maharaj Parikshit and not to take a bath of pilgrimage because all of them were competent enough to sanctify the pilgrimages. Common men go to pilgrimage sites to get themselves purified of all sins. Thus, the place of pilgrimage becomes overburdened with the sins of the others. But when such sages visit overburdened places of pilgrimage, they sanctify the places by their presence. Therefore, the sages who came to meet Maharaj Parikshit were not very much interested in getting themselves purified like other common men, but on the plea of taking a bath in that place, they came to meet Maharaj Parikshit because they could foresee that Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam would be spoken by Shukadeva Goswami. All of them wanted to take advantage of the great occasion. Prabhu, anyone can read now?
Thank you, Prabhu. Okay, one straight next.
Hey, Krishna Prabhu.
Haribol, yes, Prabhu.
Okay.
This is longer.
It's getting more
11.
and more difficult.
So Atri Vyasistas Chavana Sarvadyan Dwan Ar Arista Aristane Mir Bhikkhu Angirascha Parasarokati Sutotarama Utaya Indra Mate Matwato Ho Med Metatitir Devana Asti Sino Bharatwajo Gautama Pipalata Maitreya Aurva Kavasakam Payonir Dwapanyo Yano Bhagavan Naradascha Atri to Narada. All the names of the different saintly personalities who arrived there from different parts of the universe. Just only one word to word. Translation and purport by Divine Grace Advaita Arvinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. It means that it's translated somewhere else. That whole verse.
Yes, Prabhu.
Translation. From the different parts of the universe, there arrived great sages like Atri, Chaivana, Saradwan, Artenemi, Bhikkhu, Vistista, Parasara, Visvamrita, Angira, Parasurama, Uttaya, Indraprabmada, Idma, Amit Prabhu, you're still unmuted, Prabhu.
Oh.
Yeah. Idwa Madhavaho, Metititi, Devala, Artisena, Bharadwaja, Gautama, Pipalada, Maitreya, Arva, Keshava, Kumbayoni, Dvaipayana, and the great personality Narada. Purport, translation, purport by His Divine Grace, Advaita Arvinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Shavana, the great sage and one of the sons of Bhrigu Muni. He was born prematurely when his pregnant mother was kidnapped. Shavana is one of the 6 sons of his father, Bhrigu. When Brahmaji was performing a great sacrifice on behalf of Varuna, Maharishi Bhrigu was born from the sacrificial fire. He was the great sage and his very dear wife, Poluma. He traveled in space like Durvasa, Narada, and others, and he used to visit all the planets of the universe. Before the Battle of Kurukshetra, he tried to stop the battle. Sometimes he instructed Bharadwaja Muni about the astronomical evolution, and he is the author of the great Bhrigu Samhita, the astrological calculation. He explained how air, fire, water, earth, are generated from ether. He explained how air in the stomach works and regulates the intestines. As a great philosopher, he logically establishes the eternity of the living entity. Mahabharata Santi, chapter 87. He is also a great anthropologist. The theory of evolution was long ago explained by him. He was the scientific propounder of the 4 divisions and orders of human society known as Varnashrama institution, and he converted the Kshatriya king Bitahavyak to become a Brahmana. Wow. Parashara, he is the grandson of Vasishtha Muni and father of Vyasadeva. He is the son of Maharishi Shakti, and his mother's name is Adrisyanti. He was in the womb of his mother when she was only 12 years old, and from within the womb of his mother he learned the Vedas. His father was killed by demon uh, Kalmaspada and avenged him. And to avenge this, he wanted to annihilate the whole world. He was, however, restrained by his grandfather, Vasistha. He then performed a Rakshasa killing yajna, but Maharishi Palasta restrained him. He begot Vasudeva, being attracted by Satyavati, who was to become the wife of Maharaja Santu. By the blessing of Parasara, Satyavati became fragrant for miles. He was present also during the time of Bhishma's death. He was the spiritual master of Maharaja Janaka and a great devotee of Lord Shiva. He is the author of many Vedic literatures and sociological directions. Gandhi Sutta.
Go.
Or, what's that?
It's Gadi without N.
Gadi Sutta, or Visvaditra, a great sage of austerity and mystic power. He is famous as Gadi Sutta because his father was Gadi, a powerful king of the province of Kanyakubja, part of Uttar Pradesh. Although he was a Kshatriya by birth, he became a Brahmana in the very same body by the power of his spiritual achievements. He picked a quarrel. He picked a quarrel with Vasishtha Muni, and when he was a Kshatriya king, and performed a great sacrifice in cooperation with Mantanga Muni, and thus was able to vanquish the sons of Vasishtha. He became a great yogi, and yet he still failed to check his senses, and thus was obligated to become the father of Sakuntala, the queen of the world history, the beauty queen of the world history. Once, when he was a Kshatriya king, he visited the hermitage of Vasishtha Muni. He was given a royal reception. Visvamitra wanted from Vasishtha a cow named Nandiru, and the Muni refused to deliver it. He stole the cow, and thus there was a quarrel between the sage and the king. Vasishtha, Visvamitra was defeated by the spiritual strength of Vasishtha, and thus the king decided to become a Brahmana. Before becoming a Brahmana, he underwent severe austerity on the bank of Kausika. He was also one who tried to stop Kurukshetra war. Angira. He was one of 6 mental sons of Brahma, the father of Brihaspati, the great learned priest of the demigods and the heavenly planets. He is born in the semen of Brahmaji, given to a cedar of fire. Uttato and Samvartya are his sons. It is said that he is still performing austerities and chanting the holy name of the Lord at the place known as Alokananda on the banks of the Ganges. Uttaya, one of the 3 sons of Maharishi Angira. He was the spiritual master of Maharaj Madhata. He married Bhadra, the son of Soma, and the daughter of Soma, moon. Varuna kidnapped his wife, Bhadra, and to retaliate the revenge of the god of water. He drank all the water of the world. Mm. Medatiti, an old sage of yore, an assembly member of the heavenly king Indradeva. His son was Kanva Muni, who brought up son Sakuntala in the forest. He was promoted to heavenly planes by strictly following the principles of retired life, Vanaprastha. Devala, a great authority like Narada Muni and Vyasadeva. His good name is on the list of authorities mentioned in the Bhagavad Gita when Arjuna acknowledged Lord Krishna as the supreme personality of Godhead. Yet Maharaj Yudhisthira, after the battle of Kurukshetra, he is the elder brother of Daumya, the priest of the Pandava. Like the Kshatriyas, he allowed his daughter to select her own husband in the Swayamvara meeting, and at the ceremony, all the bachelor sons of the rishis were invited. According to some, he is not a Sita Devala. Gautama, one of the seven great sages of the universe. Saraduan Gautama is one of his sons. Persons in Gautama Gotra dynasty today are either his family descendants or in his disciplic succession. The Brahmanas who profess Gautama Gotra are generally family descendants, and the Kshatriyas and the Vaishyas who profess Gautama Gotra are all in the line of his disciplic succession. He is the husband of the famous Ahalya, who turned to stone. Wow, who turned into stone. And Indradeva, the king of heaven, molested her. Ahalya was delivered by Lord Ramachandra. He is the grandfather of Kripacharya, one of the heroes of the battle of Kurukshetra. Maitreya, a great rishi of yore. He is the spiritual master of Vidura and the great religious authority. He advised Dhritarashtra to keep good relations with the Pandavas. Duryodhana disagreed, and thus he was cursed by him. He met Vyasa and had religious discourses with him.
Ribol, one more verse. Or maybe two.
One more verse?
At least one.
Yeah, we could do it, bro. It looks like 11 again, maybe.
Oh, what is this? Is it possible? Yeah, is it?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah, it was 9, 10. Yeah, now it's 11.
and I want to make a comment. If I saw that correctly, when it was speaking about Vyasadeva, it was saying that he's a devotee of Lord Shiva. Did I read that correctly? And his father was killed by a demon, and he was stopped twice by the rishis for killing the demons. Well, not at first he wanted to kill the world, and then he wanted to kill the demons. He was stopped twice.
Was it here? No.
Yeah, maybe. Oh wait, yeah, yeah. Actually, it was talking about Parashara, not Vyasadeva.
Yes,
I
bro.
was kind of confused when I heard that. Parashara. Okay. Thank you for the clarification. Okay. Anye cha deva rishi brahmars anye cha deva rishi brahmarshi varya raja varya arunadayascha nanarishayat parvaran sameta. tan ab ab abyere ya raja sirasa vande anye, many others. Cha, also Deva Rishi, saintly demigods, Brahma Rishi, Brahman, um, Brahma, Brahma Rishi, saintly Brahmanas, Variyaha, topmost, Raja Rishi, Varyaha, topmost saintly kings, Ar Aruna, Aruna, Aruna Daya Adayaha, a special rank of rishis, Cha and Na, many others, Ar Arseya, Pravaran, chief amongst the dynasties of the sages, Sametan, assembled together, Abhya, Abhya, Abhyacharya, by worshipping Raja, the emperor, Sirasa bowed his head to the ground. Vavan Vande welcomed. Translation. There were also many other saintly demigods, kings, and special royal orders called Arunadayas, a special rank of rishis from the different dynasties of sages. When they all assembled together to meet Emperor Parikshit, he received them properly and bowed his head to the ground. Purport. The system of bowing the head to the ground to show respect to seniors is an excellent etiquette which obliges the honored guest deep into the heart. Even a first-grade offender is excused simply by this process. And Maharaj Parikshit, although honored by all rishis and kings, welcomed all the big men in the humble etiquette in order to be excused from any offenses. Generally, at this last stage of one's life, this humble method is adopted by every sensible man in order to be excused before departure. In this way, Maharaj Parikshit implored everyone's goodwill for going back home, back to Godhead. A nice end to this reading session.
Haribol. Yes, Prabhu. Thank you so much.
Thank you for hosting. You're very consistent, Prabhu. I appreciate you.
Oh, Jai Shri Prabhupada. Yes, Prabhu. I don't have nothing else now to do. Arunadayas.
You.
Okay, now let's read six Astakam prayers. Cheto darpanamarjanam bhavamahadavagni nirvapanam Shreyah kairava chandrika vitaranam vidyavadu jivanam Anandam buddhivardhanam pratipadam purnamritasvadanam Sarvatmasnapanam param vijayate Shri Krishna Sankirtanam.
Nam Namakari Baudan Nitisava Saktis Takta Abhitani Amatasmane Nakalaha Ita Dashita Bhagipa Bhagava Mama Pidur Deva Michi Shamihati Ninanuraga.
Trinadapi Shunichena Tarurapi Sahishtana Manina Manatena Kirtaniya Sadahare. न धनं न जनं न सुन्दरीं कवितां जगदीश कामये मम जन्मनि जन्मनीश्वरे भवताद्भक्तिरहैतुकी त्वयि।
Ainanda Tanuja Kinkaram, Patitamam Ismay Vambudo, Kripa Padapa Pankaja Setitu Satasamfatintaya.
Enam galadashrudaraya vatanam gadgadardaya gira pulakanichitam vapuh kada tavanama grahane bhavishyati.
युगायितं निमेषेण चक्षुषा प्रवृषायितं शून्यायितं जगत्सर्वं गोविन्द विरहेण मे।
Aslisava Padatam Vinashamam, Adarshanam Mamahatam Karotava, Yatata Dava Vitatilampato, Naprananastu Seva Napraha.
Haribo, all uh, glory to the Sri Krishna Sankirtan, which cleanses the heart of all the dust accumulated for years and extinguishes the fire of conditional life of repeated birth and death. The Sankirtan movement is the prime benediction for humanity at large because it spreads the rays of the benediction moon. It is the life of all transcendental knowledge. It increases the ocean of transcendental bliss and it enables us to fully taste the nectar for which we are always anxious.
O my Lord, your holy name alone can render all benedictions to living beings, and thus you have hundreds of millions of names like Krishna and Govinda, and these translate the names to invested all your transcendental energies, that not even hard and fast rules or chant these names. O my Lord, out of your kindness, you are able to easily approach you by your own names, but I'm so fortunate that I have no attraction for.
One should chant the
One should
holy
chant
name. Yes, Prabhu, please read.
Okay, brother. One should chant the holy name of the Lord in a humble state of mind and thinking oneself lower than the straw in the street. One should be more tolerant than a tree, devoid of all sense of false prestige, and ready to offer all respect to others. In such a state of mind, one can chant the holy name of the Lord constantly.
O Almighty Lord, once, O Almighty Lord, I have no desire to accumulate wealth. Uh, what was it? Yeah, O Almighty Lord, I have no desire to accumulate wealth, nor desire beautiful women, nor do I want any number of followers. I only want a cause of social service birth after birth.
O Almighty, O Son of Maharaj Nanda Krishna, I am your eternal servitor, yet somehow or other I have fallen into the ocean of birth and death. Please pick me up from this ocean of ocean of death, and place me as one of the atoms of your lotus feet.
O Govinda, fearing your separation, I consider a moment to be able 12
Yes,
years or more. Tears of, oh yeah. O my Lord, when will my eyes be decorated? Tears of love from constant when I chant your own name. When will my voice tuck up, and when will the hairs of my body stand on end at the recitation of your name?
O Govinda, feeling your separation, I'm considering a moment to be like 12 years or more. Tears are flowing from my eyes like torrents of rain, and I'm feeling all vacant in the world in your absence.
I know
I know
no
no
one but
one but
Krishna is my Lord, and he shall
yes,
remain
Prabhu.
so, even if he hands you offer you by his embrace, or makes you broken hearted but not being present for me. He is completely free to do anything, everything, because he is always my worshipful Lord, unconditionally.
Haribol, Sri Siksastakam ki jai, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki jai.
Jai
Jai,
Ho.
Jai.
Evil, 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 evil.
Haribol.
Look at this Sankirtan, bro.
Yes,
Prabhu,
Prabhu.
I
That's
want
gonna
to
be
ask
us,
one
man.
thing from
That's
Siksashtakam.
gonna be us in Canada when you come over, bro.
Bro, when we say that words that praise me as one of the atoms at the lotus feet, so then how the nature of service to the Lord will be fulfilled? in that way.
Even the grass in Goloka is serving the Lord. So what to speak about the dust?
Dust also serves the Lord.
But Prabhu, you were cutting, Prabhu.
Means that that dust at the lotus feet, I'm little having little down. Like we are having a nature of service, but if we'll be becoming a dust, then how?
Yes, Prabhu. You will become like a dust particle.
I mean, aren't we
So
already
then how
dust
we will
particles
serve
right
him?
now, Prabhu? Like the Atma is like 1/10,000th of the tip of a hair. And so, like, what can you even do at that
Yes.
size, Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhu.
But bro, when in spiritual world, like the size of the body would be the similar, no? We walk, one is 6 feet, one is 5 feet 8 inch.
Yeah,
Um,
but don't confuse it with some Sunya Vadi or Nubashish. We're not merging with Krishna when we're doing that. It's like we're trying to be immersed in the service. Sevan Mukta. Jivan Mukta is like
yes, bro.
you understand that you're liberated, but Sevan Mukta, Prabhu, like even any sort of service, even just having Krishna step on your head. So what to speak about being the dust? That's service. They're not merging to Krishna or anything. Whatever
Yes,
that
bro.
means to them in that level, that's what it is. I can't really know what it actually means to actually be at the dust because we're still at that level. At least me, I'm not so realize that.
Prabhu, one more thing, like you told that 10,000 of a tip of hair. I have heard it somewhere, please correct me, that they say that when the soul falls down from spiritual world to the material world to to lord over material nature, the size reduces and reduces, and then the material body develops over that. But
When
when
you
we will
say
be going
size, what
back
do
to
you mean?
spiritual world, but Prabhu,
When you say size, like what do you mean by reducing? Because the soul does not change in any way, but we change bodies, but the soul never grows or shrinks.
means
It
bro,
stays
soul
the
size
same.
is constant, one upon
Hmm.
10,000 of a tip of a hair. Means it is just like atoms,
Okay.
even proton, neutron, electron, more smaller than that also.
I mean, the protons, neutrons, or how they say quarks and everything. All
Quartz,
these
yes, Prabhu,
things,
quartz are even
like
smaller.
yeah. So they say all these sizes and everything, but we already have the sizes spoken in the Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, especially when it comes to like the atom, like what an actual atom is. So
Okay,
in
atom
that
size.
sense, like
Our soul size is in
the,
atom
yeah,
diameter.
the atma is way smaller than the atom, but like all the sizes that you hear from modern science, like smaller than you know atoms, quarks, and everything. Most of it is just mental speculation. Nothing can be smaller than what is described in scripture.
Yes.
Okay, 10 offenses.
It's because
I don't know if I
scientists.
answered your question.
Oh, yes, Prabhu. Bahujannma Karaya Dishavana Kirtan Tabutana Paya Krishna Pade Premadan. If one is infested with the 10 offenses in the chanting of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, despite his endeavor to chant the holy name for many births, he will not get the love of Godhead. That is the ultimate goal of this chanting. The 10 offenses against the holy name are as follows. The first offense is to blaspheme the devotees who have dedicated their lives for propagating the holy name of the Lord.
Second offense concerning the names of demigods like Lord Shiva or Lord Brahma to be equal to or independent of the holy name of Lord Vishnu.
To
Third offense.
disobey the orders of the spiritual master.
Fourth offense to blaspheme the Vedic church, early church, or in persons to the Vedic version.
To consider glories of chanting Hare Krishna to be imagination.
Sixth offense to give mundane interpretation on the holy name of the Lord.
Seventh offense to commit sinful activities on the strength of the holy name of the Lord.
Eighth offense to consider the chanting of Hare Krishna as one of the auspicious ritualistic activities offered in the Vedas as creative activities, karma kanda.
Ninth offense to instruct a faithless person about the glories of the holy name of the Lord.
10th offense to not have complete faith in the chanting of the holy names and to maintain material attachments even after understanding so many instructions on this matter. It is also an offense to be inattentive while chanting. Every devotee who claims to be a Vaishnava must guard against these offenses in order to quickly achieve the desired success. Krishna Prema. Let us offer humble obeisances unto all the Vaishnava devotees of the Lord. They can fulfill the desires of everyone just like desired trees, and they are full of compassion for the fallen conditioned souls.
Vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha
Patityanam
pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo
and the Gaudiya Vaishnava the Kijai, Srila Prabhupada Kijai,
Hari Hari Bol.
Thank you so much, Prabhu.
Prabhu, I just want to